thought technology will be the one that will cancel the barriers, will make our life easier and automate things, but essentially what happened is that we work for the technology, think about CRM systems. We insert data, we do take out reports, but all the day long we're trying to make sure that simply work. And the innovation technology, I think, should go to the step where technology works for us. What just mentioned about machine intelligence and BI is one step, and I think it's the first step, essential step. But eventually technology, and if you talk about innovation and technology, this is something that we, at Leverate speaks over the last 6 months, trying to bring to a situation that technology works for us. Now gaming, fintech, brokers, lottery, all at the end of the day are examples for good companies that do online marketing. And it doesn't really matter what you actually sell. And once technology realized that, and that we need to deal with the online marketing better, we can serve through innovation this online marketing better. I totally agree with everything said here. One is that essentially call center agents, everyone is pretty lazy. So if the system, if the back office can feed them with what to do next, what's the most important activity to do now, is something that the back office must do. And this must be done based on data-driven, on information collected about the users, the traders, the players, whatever industry we are in. So segmentation is totally essential, but it's not just general profiling. It's very personalized segmentation based on a lot of information that we collect throughout the lifetime of any player within our system. Which goes to the second point. Back office by itself cannot live just because it's there. This is what I think used to be in the industry for a long time. Back office is just a component in a full activity, full technology stack that everyone needs to know. So information is being collected from the website. And we just heard a lot of lectures today about remarketing and around this. Information is collected through the back office, other back office system, through the deposits, through where this customer came from. And when you have all this information collected in the back office and you apply a lot of logic on this information, you can do a lot of great things. And this is where I think back office lives. It does not or cannot live in isolation. I think a lot of companies invest a lot in acquisitions simply because the data is there. You can analyze all your campaigns, you can find the right CPA, you can optimize a lot. The information is simply there, so we use it. I don't think a lot of companies realize what they can do when it comes to conversion, or even more on that, on retention. Think about retention as an example. What if most of the companies could have a system that can predict churning customers? And there's a lot of information already out there. And if me as a technology provider could have give you the capability to predict a churning customer with a probability of, I don't know, 80%, then all of the back office would alert this. Your call center agents will react to that. So I think there's a lot to be done on retention. The same goes with conversion. Mobile introduced us a great tool, which is push notification. Someone just registered to your site, but did not deposit. You can apply a lot of measures, a lot of things that you can think about in order to convert this customer. And I think, again, back office system or innovation or technology as a whole is something that we at Leverate, for example, we introduced Series Active, about 3 weeks ago. And it applies a lot of this logic, a lot of this common sense, a lot of these data-driven tools into conversion and retention. Acquisition, it's a fully competitive market. Everyone knows what to do there. Conversion and retention is still a long way to go. But I think it's really important which customer you're looking for. Obviously, the ones that will come to you, the newcomers, the newbies that will look for something out of the shelf, something that's a one-stop shop. You'll try to provide them as much capabilities as you can. And at Leverate, this is what we do for a long time now. But going to the third party, I personally do not believe in everything should be done in-house. There's a lot of expertise out there, there's a lot of information out there, there's a lot of smart people and great companies out there. So if you want to grow, really grow, focus on what is considered to be the core part of your business, and everything else should come from the outside. Now, in order to do that easily, you need to have a very good person in your business development that find these third parties. And on the other way, on the technology piece, you need to prepare the system so it is easily integrated too. And maybe one point that is critical when it goes for the long run, once you provide a system with a third party, you're the one in front of the customer. So we need to make sure that the support and the maintenance and the level of service that you provide to your customers is equal across all the space, because if you do your system very good and you give good level of support but the third party fails to deliver this, then you're failing, and you're failing by that, you're failing the customer. So you really need to touch the technology, the support, the functionality all together, but yes, you must find good partners out there, and I think there are good partners out there. Someone that spent the last 5 years at gaming, now over the last few months at Forex, I can testify that gaming is far ahead when it comes to user engagement, customer engagement versus Forex. Far ahead, like 5-7 years ahead. And then that mainly 2 points. One is personalization. When you touch customer engagement, me as a user want to have a personal feeling when I approach every site, when I engage in every activity within that site. Amazon, for example, does it great over the last years. So e-commerce is even far ahead, even compared to gaming. And I think everyone follows that path. So I'll give you an example from the Forex. If I'm a really sharp trader, I'm using charts and indicators, so I want to have my website, my web trader built in a specific way that would allow me to do proper trading. But if I'm a newbie and I do mainly social trading, I would like my website to look mainly on social. I'm not interested in charts or indicators. It's something that is not in my concern. So the customer engagement from these just simple 2 models is totally different. The second thing is data-driven. Personalization cannot be built without the data that we are collecting. Everyone is collecting. But the real secret is to know what to do with this data, how to make this data work for us. And on that aspect also, customer engagement without the data and the proper use of data is simply worthless. Well, regulation is here to last. We all should consider this as a fact, and it will keep growing. But I think that for many of us, it's an opportunity. Yeah, you need to spend a specific ratio of your income to adhere to the regulation, no doubt, and versus the past, where everyone spent 100% of what they thought about R&D or a new product innovation. Now you need to decide a portion of this goes to simply complying with regulation. Now, since it will continue to evolve, it will continue to be stricter, and again, gaming is again far ahead versus Forex for that example. We need to decide what to do with it. And the reason I'm saying it's an opportunity, because I think it will clean out the market. It's not a secret, gaming a few years back, now Forex have some kind of an halo which is not that wide. And in that aspect, regulation will make more accessible, more clean to traders that want to step in but were afraid to do that. So if you look at the overall volume of the trading on the Forex world, it will grow. And for us as a platform providers, it will give the big opportunity, because it will also clean the small scale vendors that will not have the money to invest to adhere to regulation. So I think at the end of the day, and you see it, by the way, extremely good in gaming, there's a great consolidation there. The Tier 1 customers of the world, if I can say some names, I don't know, Betfair and Penny Power, just merged, and a few others on the way. This will also happen, this consolidation will happen, because regulation puts a lot of heavyweight investment on your shoulders. Two things. First of all, the next big thing is China. It's a huge market. I'm not sure everyone actually realized how to step into this market. I heard a few of the companies presented today, and it's still a challenge. It's something that is, whoever will be able to crack it down is looking for something that is much bigger than just Europe, or Western Europe, and the US. It's an ongoing challenge. It's absolutely true. The second thing, and it's something related to some things that we discussed, is data-driven. From the personalization perspective, from the proactiveness of the backend, from the system that you bring. So the minute that everyone will crack down this data-driven, it would be easier, and this would be the next best thing for any operator.